Here is a string of Brite branded 105 double lights, 2 filaments, 2 colors, multi-bulb green wire, UL listed. If one or more goes out, others stay lighted. Total length 34 10.5. This is a very interesting string. I have seen a handful of dual filament light strings over the years. I have some fall ones that are yellow and orange, and then I have some Christmas ones that are red and white. Interestingly enough, those are both frosted strings, which frosted mini lights are very uncommon. This is the first I've seen a colored string in this dual filament, dual color design. I don't know where these would have been sold. Oh, now I do. CVS. I guess Brite is probably a CVS store brand. CVS is the same store that I remember carrying the Duracraft fans back in the 2000s. Here's a look at the information on the box. If you'd like to read any of that in particular, you can pause the video and do so. I don't think that there's anything particularly noteworthy or unusual on here. It has a recommendation for tree lighting. A 3-foot tree is 100 lights and an 8-foot tree is 800 lights. So it's not linear. I guess it would make sense because the tree gets wider at the bottom. I don't think that's anywhere near enough lights personally. I'm very curious to know the date on this. It sold for $6.99. If this is like 20 years old, that was a fair bit of money. Maybe there would be some kind of a date code on the UL tag. So it comes in one of these style cartons, which to me this is an older style carton. I remembered him being like this back in the 2000s. And there's information here. It says connect end to end, a maximum of 3. And then here's the UL tag. So it's this newer, not translucent, but reflective style. So it's got to be probably into the 2000s, I would imagine. It says printed in USA for indoor and outdoor use. I don't see a date on there. Is there a date on here? Yes, there is. 0702. Now, that could be 2007 or 2002. I don't know if it's month, year, or year, month. 3.5 volt lamps. Not that it really matters, because you're probably never going to find replacement bulbs for this. It came with 2 spare bulbs, 2 spare fuses, and 3 flasher bulbs. Now, granted, this is kind of a novelty set, but if this was 2002, I mean, $7 is a lot for a string of 100 lights. 105, because, you know, not just 100. All right, I am going to plug these into the Variac here, and we're going to ramp these up slowly. hope that these still work, but I don't know. Just because they're new in the box, that doesn't mean anything. Looks like they don't work completely. In fact, oh, there it goes. Had a delay. Are these twinkling as well? No, doesn't say. Those are pretty nice colors on there. Alright, that's full brightness. At full brightness, it takes 68.5 the watts and 0.6 the amps. So assuming it's a 3 amp fuse, you really could put 4 together, but it says only 3. It keeps it well below the maximum. Very interesting. I have never seen a string like this before. This is very poorly manufactured. You can see that the different colors come to all different heights on the bulbs. It's quite a serious discrepancy. Some of these are more like, 1/3 and 2/3 versus half and half. But very, very interesting lights. A string of these in all red and green would have been interesting. That is definitely a pretty cool set. Like many products today, we've lost the novelty. You'll never see something like this today. There used to be so many various unique novelty Christmas light strings like this back in the incandescent era, and it really has just completely gone away with the stinking DEL era. You might find some novelty DEL strings at more expensive stores, or not stores, more so like novelty Christmas light websites and things like that, where they're going to be outlandishly priced and not easily available, like if they're just at the local Home Depot or the local pharmacy store like this was. It's just not the same anymore. These are so cool. I have to think of somewhere to use these where the novelty of the two colors will be very obvious. And these are also something we should probably run dimmed down quite a bit to save the bulbs. That's at about 70% on the control. And that's still reasonably bright. Let's see what our power consumption is. 0.34 amps, 40 the watts. So these use quite a bit of power, which I guess is to be expected because it's literally twice the filaments of a regular string of lights. Well, I think that's it for these. Very cool string. And I'll definitely try to include this in the display this year.